Let's take a look then, shall we? Everybody's predictions. Has anyone put their neck on the line and gone for Bayern? Derek Ray, of course! Of course, Derek! Wunderbar! Bayern to go through to the semi-finals. Paint us the picture.
You wouldn't expect anything else from me, would you, Dan? I do think that Bayern will give Arsenal a game and vice versa. That could actually work for both. But I just feel that if you look at the season as a whole, yes, it's right to say it has been a poor one for Bayern, but most of the bad stuff has happened in the last few weeks. And I think there still is motivation in the team when you have players like Jamal Musiala, who for me is still one of the most talented players anywhere in the world with a huge upside and his best days yet to come. He can decide a game on his own. Harry Kane, let's remember, big motivation for him coming back to London initially and then at home against Arsenal, former Spurs player. And what has happened to Bayern this season has not been Harry Kane's fault. Let's make that abundantly clear. It has not been because of Harry Kane. He has been excellent with his 32 goals in the Bundesliga and 38 in all competitions. Yes, I worry about the defensive aspects. I think that there will be holes at times. I think that will give Arsenal a chance. But I just think that with the second leg being in Munich, I think that does give Bayern an advantage. And I expect it to be tight, but I am going for Germany's Rekordmeister. And yeah, I'm not surprised that I'm the only one.
Derek, of course, the voice of the Bundesliga. We're familiar with his loyalty to Germany. Shaq, you work on the Bundesliga as well. Where's your loyalty?
Not in this version of Bayern Munich.
Oh.
And listen, I get what Derek is saying, and he's absolutely right. If Bayern play to their abilities, they're a match at the very least for Arsenal. But when last have we seen Bayern play anything like the sum of the parts should? And the game this weekend against Heidenheim is a perfect example of it. Absolutely cruising, and then all of a sudden it just comes apart. And everything about Bayern's body language on the day it felt like a team beaten by a newly promoted Heidenheim who just threw caution to the wind and they weren't able to cope. Listen, there's just so many question marks about Bayern, and while you could look at them getting the better of Lazio, let's remember they lost in Italy to a team sitting 8th in the Serie A right now. This is not a good Bayern team, and this is as good an Arsenal team as I have seen. I think this is all about Arsenal.
Where's Shaka's loyalty, Derek? You need to have a word.
I think Shaka's fair. I know Shaka very well, and I know he's speaking honestly when it comes to his assessment of the game. So there you go. We all speak honestly. We all have our preferences, and we all think we know how it's going to go. But the truth of the matter is we don't. And I do believe that Bayern are going to surprise one or two people over the course of these two matches. Famous last words.
How much money are you putting on this, Derek?
They've surprised me all season long.
You're talking to a Scot. I mean, come on.
Hey, put all those FIFA millions. Stick it on there. Right, Derek, thank you very much. Just a reminder, you can hear Derek at Bayer Leverkusen. I assume you're doing at the weekend, Derek?
Yes, both Bayern and Leverkusen at the weekend. Bayern against Köln on Saturday, and then Leverkusen, who could win the title on Sunday against Werder Bremen. Both on ESPN Plus.
Indeed. Oh, look, he did it all for me. Perfect, Derek. He used to do this till he got a proper job. Thank you very much, Derek. Much appreciated.